You say mentor, I always have mentors. My favorites. I believe in a lot of self-educating. School never stops. Every day, read and learn. And some of my favorites are obviously biblical applications. That Bible teaches a lot to do with money. King Solomon. There's so much principles in there that a lot of the best authors have taken those principles out of the Bible. So once you know your Bible or whatever spiritual learning you do, a lot of these mentors take the material there and just give it a flair or a twist in today's lingo. So you got people like Og Mandino, Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. Excellent book, my favorite. Napoleon Hill. Excellent reading. So a lot of that is self-study. To date, my favorite is John C. Maxwell. I do monthly mentoring CDs. Every morning I go to walk and I put my CDs in and I'm going to school. So John C. Maxwell teaches everything about leadership. A lot of people's mentality is when you run a business, what do they say? Oh, I manage the business. Your success comes from leading the team and leading the business. Anybody can manage a business, but what takes skill is how well you lead your team and the relationships developed in the team. Because if you don't have the ability to get along with your team, you're not going to have one. Obstacles. Well, there was at least 3 of them in our history of 20 years. Right off the bat, when you're entering a partnership, you got to say, okay, where am I going to get the money at 23 years old to entering this financial commitment? No bank's going to look at you unless you have equity, assets. So thankfully, to a good family friend who believed in Vince and I, was able to co-sign that initial loan of, say, $25,000 to just get in the picture. And the franchise owner was the one that held the mortgage. At that time, would have been about $120,000 to get into business 20 years ago. Quite a bit, eh? Yeah. And he had to come up with 25 down. So when you're just going to school, and my husband learning, we didn't have money. We didn't own a house. We had an apartment. Pretty tough. So it's people you know as well and the relationships you have in your life that's going to help carry you the rest of your life. Everything's about developing relationships all around you, every day, everybody in every walk of life. You never discriminate because they're all going to be there for you in that wheel. Life's a wheel, so it always comes around. And these people do come around. And you'd be surprised who's there for you when you need it the most. That was one of the biggest challenges. Where do we get the money? That was our biggest break. When we did get the money, 1989, 90, in about that time, because I was in the financial world, we were still in a recession at the time. We were seeking for that money. So, I mean, naive that we didn't think recession was an issue. But our business survived that time coming out of 91, the recession. The other biggest thing was 2001, the World Trade Center catastrophe. We survived that. And the latest one, 2008, another economic crash, global crash, one of the largest. And that was 2008. We are 2011, and we leaped forward and doubled the same. So it means that every recession or devastation, you survive and pull through because you can never give up. Never give up. There's a famous author who says never give up. Who was it? I gotta recall it. But, oh yeah, look for that. He says it 7 words. Never give up. I'm trying to remember. It was Clement Stone. He's another famous Clement Stone.
Do you think you had any lucky breaks? I know you believe in divine intervention.
Yeah, when you, it's hard for me to think of luck is, there is no luck. You know what? And not, it's not even too much hard work, it's dedication, having a vision, determination. If you can go swim with the rest of them or just go your own way upstream, just tail behind with the rest. Like, you just got to be a leader and press forward. When it's the toughest is when it tests your perseverance. Like, you can't give up. Like, I wanted to give up about 3 years ago, actually, not because of the economy, because of what I felt was a challenge with employees. The work ethics that are coming through. If you studied they got the Y generation they talk about. You study that. We have the X generation. We now have the Y generation. Night and day. I grew up old school, where you work, but work smart. You don't work till you exhaust yourself. You work smart. We are now dealing with the Y generation, where a lot of the Y generation has been spoon-fed. Oh, don't worry, everything will be okay. And then you've got a parent, because I have my children who are Y generation, always taking care of them, planning ahead, so their future is taken care of. They have more options now, this Y generation. So if you don't treat them good, see ya, and they move on and move on and move on. They jump around like popcorn nowadays, and that's what's going to happen. There's not enough of the Y generation understanding that it requires dedication, training. You're not going to come out of school and be here. You got to put in the time. They don't get that. It's like, if I don't like this, I'll just move to the next person. That's the mentality. Everything's become technical, like your computers, your gadgets, this and that. Everything's looking about the easy way of life. A lot of times the easy way of life, you're not really learning much. It's the hard way that you learn. The challenges. Like I said, about 3 years ago, I was like putting my hands up. I can't do this anymore. They're burning me out. These kids are burning me out. I'm getting more gray hair. I just can't do this. They don't understand. You got to work. You can't come to the salon and sit there or expect to leave and not produce, or, you know, I have to babysit or coddle you. You understand the word coddle you? Didn't need you. Okay, my baby, it's okay. And this time it didn't work out. Oh, you're late today. It's all right. It's expected from you. And I was at the point where I can't do this anymore. Like, give me a little salon with 2 employees, my husband and I, and I'll be fine. But that's where you don't ever give up. The rewards will be there. So you just have to go to school, I call my homeschooling, and learn how to deal with that mentality and sociology. Being able to understand that mentality and know to pretty much give tough love. And making every individual understand that they're valuable and that you want to bring value to their life within your organization. When you genuinely care about your people, they're going to produce for you. Automatically. They'll want to do it. So that was my biggest almost give up. Every time, like, I go into interviewing new employees, and then I revisit those because they're in the first 2 pages. I'd be happy to show you my new employee handbook that I devised myself and put together. Those are the very first 2 pages in my book. So I do get to revisit it. But I feel a lot of these things are built within, and what you have on the inside is expressed outward. So the way you live your life every day and breathe it, you're going to express outward. Which helped me to develop that mission statement because it was all about giving, adding value to another human being's life. When you can do that day in and day out, like your mentality, you wake up today and you say, okay, Lord, I pray a lot too. And it's like, Lord, help me find somebody that I can add value to today. Bring somebody in my life that I can add that extra value to. You're going to do it every day anyway because I serve people all day. But how can I impact somebody's life today? Even my own team. what can I do different today with them to add to their life or inspire them or lift them? You don't just take for granted that they are. So that is something you live and breathe every day. Every day you revisit it and you want to internally. Still kids.